Well, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to suggest that we get started. We'll do a slow pledge of allegiance. But I can call the meeting to order at 6:37, and we'll start the pledge of allegiance at 6:37 when I call the meeting to order. There we go. All right, I'll call the meeting to order 6:37, and we'll start with the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the
flag
flag
of the United States of America and to the republic
for which it stands, one nation,
under God, indivisible,
indivisible,
with liberty
and justice for all.
Two. Thank you. Okay, Joe, you got everybody for attendance?
Yes, sir, I do.
And I don't see Counselor Dombrowski. He's been kind of sort of in and out. He hasn't been to the town council meeting. I think he missed the last one also, so his schedule's been kind of crazy.
Hey, Paul, can you send Dale the Connect thing? He doesn't have it for the Zoom.
I certainly can.
I'll let him know it's on the way.
Donna just sent it.
Yeah, you did, but not everybody got it.
Yeah, he was on there. I just got to get his.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Let's do this one.
Yeah, send it to him by email, Paul.
I just did.
Okay.
Yeah. It was in that email that I sent.
There was a lot of stuff attached to that that you had put on it, and probably you didn't see it.
Okay. I like to keep it all in one place.
Yeah.
Oh, I agree. It was good. It was good.
Yeah. It's also, just let them know it's also on the town webpage too.
Yeah, I think that's what he was missing there.
Okay. So we have attendance. We'll hold off for Dale to participate here on the minutes. And it's important that he come because we have a vote for one of your veterans, David, that
I know, that's why I'm reaching out to everybody now.
I
think I got them.
in your report, there's a request that's important that requires. I'm just kind of going around down the agenda here to see if there's anything that's of
Not
significance.
voting. Yeah.
It doesn't need a vote.
There's Dale.
There he is. Hope he's got his socks on. It's cold.
Yeah, he doesn't have his mic connected, so we'll see what he gets. Once he gets set, he'll put his volume on. We see you, Dale. Come on.
Okay.
There he is.
I did not have the thing from Sherry. The fourth thing of the four things that Paul just sent, it had the link for the Zoom meeting. So when I saw an argument for one, I thought it was later in the month and that I'd be receiving something. So your message came to me as a surprise. I apologize.
It's okay. You're here now.
I'm here now.
We have a quorum.
And we have a quorum according to the secretary. So
We do.
That's good. So we'll start off with David to get that out of the way.
Thank
and then
you.
we'll come back to the minutes.
Thank you. The Veteran Service Officers Report for January 21st, 2025. As usual, the Veterans Monthly Greater Boston Food Bank was held on Wednesday, January 15th, and provided 26 veterans and their families with much-needed provisions. Thank you once again to the Wakefield Food Pantry for providing several dry goods and paper supplies for the program. If any Wakefield veteran, spouse, or immediate family member of a veteran would like to participate in this program and to be included in the drive-through and pickup, please call our office for further information, 781-246-6377, or email me at dmangan@wakefield.ma.us. Veterans Relief Fund request. I have submitted a letter of request for a vote from the Wakefield Veterans Advisory Board to vote on a plea from a disabled veteran who has requested one-time assistance to help with rental expenses as being unable to work currently due to medical and physical complications. The veteran has been out of work due to these complications, in need of surgeries, both recent and upcoming. The veteran is requesting $1,000, which will make current the arrears expense. The veteran, after completing PT, will return to work and will be capable to comply with the rental agreement. There is over $21,000 in the relief fund currently, and the payment of $1,000 will go directly to the landlord at the address I posted on the request letter sent out to everyone on the advisory board last month. Veteran Services. To better and effectively better serve the community of veterans, spouses, and families of veterans, during the last 10 years, our nation has been involved in several wars and conflicts, creating a larger, more pronounced demand of veterans both needing services and assistance in care and professional directions. With the passing of the PACT Act, the HERO Act, and legislative actions evolving towards supporting our veterans, evolving towards supporting our veterans, the position of veteran services, the position needs greater time compliance to better serve the community. As the Wakefield VSO, I have recently been certified as a National Legal Veteran Service Officer. I am committed to developing the position towards providing direction for our veterans and families in a swift and thorough way. Chapter 115. Under Chapter 115 in Massachusetts General Laws, the Commonwealth provides a uniform program of financial and medical assistance for veterans and their dependents. Wakefield currently has 9 clients on this program. Qualifying veterans and their dependents receive necessary financial assistance for food, shelter, fuel, and medical reimbursement monthly in accordance with the formula that takes into consideration the number of dependents and income from all sources. For those on a medical-only category, prescriptions drugs are reimbursed, and if they qualify for Mass Health buy-in, we can assist in getting the application submitted. For appointments for veteran services, please contact me with any questions you may have regarding ongoing benefits or submissions of new benefits. We are located downstairs by the rear entrance of the Senior Center at 30 Converse Street, Wakefield, and is by appointment only. Veteran Services hours of operation are Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday, 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Holidays on Mondays will usually take place Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, 8 to 2, are adjusted to accommodate the needs. Voicemails are checked 7 days a week at 781-246-6377.
All right. Anybody have any questions for David? There's obviously a need for a motion and a vote. Any questions from? Do I have a motion for David's request?
I'll motion.
Any opposed?
No.
Seeing none. Okay. let's go ahead and open the floor for discussion on that. Does anybody have any questions for the VSO? On the motion, which is to provide a relief of $1,000 to be paid to the landlord to support the veteran in his rental arrears.
I did send a letter to all of you. I hope you all received it. It gave the location and who it was that was in need.
Yeah.
And the reasons why more definitively.
So do we know, is it more than that $1,000, Dave? Because it says in your note, it says she is currently in arrears of roughly $1,000. Is that $1,000 going to cover what she's in
Yes,
arrears?
he said that'd be fantastic if we can do that. That would help her a lot.
Okay,
That, I think it's probably around 900 and change, but I thought if
Oh.
we gave the 1,000 right to the landlord, and the landlord's been very generous and not harping on her for it and says, you know, when you get it down the road here, but she doesn't like, it's building up to a point where, and he only charges her half that for the rent. So the rent is only like $500 a month, so, or $480 or something like that. So
oh, good, well, good, so that's,
she's been there for forever. Her mother, before she passed, lived with her there. And
yeah.
her mother was on 115 as well.
Is there any chance that she'll be coming back for more support?
I don't know, and if she does, this is a one-time thing that can only be done once in this year period, this time period.
Does she have other options to get money for her?
Right, she was going to go on to the Leo program to help with the fuel assistance, which she did last year, and that worked out pretty good. I know she is a disabled veteran. She does have a stipend coming from them, compensation, but it's just borderline. She's budgetary. She works, and she works at the Salvation Army up on Route 1, and she gets paid, but it's only 25 hours a week, I believe. So it's not a full-time job.
Okay,
She comes to the food bank every month, and we give her some food and paper supplies too. So, and she's a loner. She has a dog, and she lives by herself now. So,
I'm ready to vote.
I have a question. Is this is she eligible for 115 or not? Because she's
no,
working.
she's not. What puts her? Okay, she's under 6. Oh, she's just turned 66, and she's been on SSDI for a few years from the injury she has. And that, along with her 80% disability, doesn't qualify her for Chapter 115.
Okay,
Otherwise, it would have her on that, and it would have her getting she'd go on mass. She will not go on Mass Health. She's had bad experiences with her mother on that in the past. So I don't think she'd qualify for Mass Health anyhow, Paul.
so not even a medical only on the 115.
No, no.
Any more discussion? No? So, motion to end discussion?
I make that motion.
Any,
It's in discussion.
any opposed?
No.
Seeing none? Okay. We'll go ahead and vote on the motion to provide $1,000 to the veteran out of the Veterans Relief Fund. Okay, to help pay for their rental arrears. And I understand, David, this check will be made payable to the landlord?
Yes, the LLC the legal folks that own the house.
Okay,
He pays rent too. And I'm gonna have Kevin Tucker sign the check, write the check to that person, to that LLC.
okay.
I'll get a receipt and everything else. It'll be in my office upstairs with Mary Ann.
So we'll take a vote on this. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Dale, can't see your hand. Any,
Yeah, oh, I've said aye.
okay. Um,
Thank you.
okay, any opposed? None opposed? So it's unanimous. We have a 5-0 vote.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for helping her out. Always a good thing to do. Okay, we'll get the minutes done from December.
Paul, do we want a motion to approve the VSO report in total?
Ah, good catch. Let's, thank you, Joe. Go ahead.
I'll motion.
Motion to accept the report.
I accept, second.
Second. All those in favor of accepting the VSO report from Mr. Mangan? Say
Aye.
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 Okay. Any opposed? Seeing none, the report is accepted.
Thank you.
Next item on the docket, we'll go back up to the minutes from December of 2024. The minutes for December 17, 2024. I did make one change in the minutes. Okay, and that was on item number 8, line A. The date for Four Chaplains Day changed from, and it is not February 3rd, 2025, which is Monday. It is actually Sunday, February 2nd, 2025 at 9 a.m. And that has been approved by Evan and those at the Temple Emmanuel. They actually had a choice to do it on Monday or Sunday, and they would prefer if we did it on Sunday. So that was the
I updated the notes.
So that's the only change in the December minutes to be consistent with the programming as we move forward.
Yeah.
Any other discrepancies and things that need to be changed in the minutes? Is there a motion to accept the December 2024 minutes? Do we have a motion from the floor to
Motion to accept the minutes.
second? All those in favor of accepting the December 2000, the December 17, 2024 minutes, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The minutes pass. Joe, if you can get those posted,
I will.
thank you very much. Okay. We're up to item number 7, which is the Veterans Advisory Board members report. We'll just kind of go around the horn on that. There were two items that were discussed. The first one, A, is the Veteran of the Year Award. That was discussed in December, and we opted to table that to January. Is there a motion to open discussion for the Veteran of the Year Award? Nobody wants to open discussion for the Veteran of the Year Award.
I can't open that, can I? Because I'm just a.
No, you can't open
I'm
that.
a visual. Yeah, I understand.
I'll motion to open.
I'll second that.
Okay.
This was a simple award to be presented at Veterans Day every year for a veteran that does something in the community. Okay, just a veteran that stands out and should be recognized. we have a lot of veterans that do some good stuff in the community, and I'd like to maybe point them out in a public forum, if that's okay. I had previously, I had set up just a very brief framework as to how to go ahead and put that award together. That was included in the December minutes. I can pull that up. Just get that. I think it was may have been in the November. Let me just say Memorial Day, every day, November VAB meeting. Agenda, VSO report. So the gist of the award is nothing more than maybe a plaque or some small token to present to the veteran for making a contribution of service to the community. That service could be as a part of a VSO organization, veteran service organization. It could be part of doing something for the schools. It could be part of doing something for the ceremonies. Okay. Could be just volunteering their time basically to make some sort of a contribution. And it's a minute to stand up and be recognized.
Is there a way we can get a vote on that? Would it be done by the advisory board, Paul, or by a collective? People could just submit something to like a communication through the item or something like that? Or?
Well, I think it should be, I think the Veterans Advisory Board should agree on that award.
Good. Good.
Okay. Nominations can be submitted to members of the advisory board, and members of the advisory board then present that for discussion and a vote. It should probably be done by the October meeting, before the Veterans Day program. Just something to kind of sort of consider. I mean,
But the
No.
question is what the criteria would be. I think, isn't that the major issue that we haven't agreed upon?
I think I think you hit the nail on the head. I mean, the criteria I think is very important. It doesn't necessarily have to be monetary. It could be hours. It could be, time donated. It could be talent donated to the community. It could be some form of treasure donated to the community. I'm mostly thinking of time and talent, donated to the community in terms of criteria. Okay. We have veterans that are currently serving on the town council. We have veterans that are serving on the Veterans Advisory Board and active in the community. We have veterans that are serving on multiple committees in town, okay, that contribute to what's going on in the community with input. We also have veterans that are serving as members of our public, police force and fire department, okay, and firefighters. Yes, Miriam.
Is this just for veterans, or is it for Gold Stars as well, or is it just veterans?
I believe that I had written veterans and members of their family. which would include the Gold Star
Okay, I was just curious.
family.
I'm trying to find the original thing you sent out, but so far I can't find it.
Yeah, that, I'm doing the dig too. And I may, let me see. So I found it.
Swim break.
Where
So-
was it?
I had to go back to October notes.
October, okay.
I don't know if I can share this.
Uh, you can,
Yeah, we should.
I should be able to.
yeah, hit the green button for share.
The green button for share.
Should be down the
Share
bottom.
screen, yeah,
Right in the
Share-
middle.
but you've got it turned off. According to my screen.
Yeah, she hasn't turned it on yet. You have to hit that green button that says share.
Share, yes.
At
Options.
the top, yeah, it gives you the options.
Oh, I see it. It's a document. And hang on.
You got it. I found it. There you go.
There you go, yep.
Is that it?
Well, no,
Yeah, I
this,
got, it came up on mine.
So you got it?
I have Veterans Advisory Board for
today's date.
today's date, but I don't have
Mhm.
the thing you actually sent out.
Yeah, and it says at the top, it says you are viewing
Wait a
Paul
minute.
ancillary screen.
Yeah, that's not what I wanted.
No,
View options.
yeah, you have to close this document.
So,
Once you're able to share, you click on the document you want up there. You open it up and then click on it.
so I click cancel. All right. It's a lot easier if I read it. It's not that long.
Hmm.
The award from the town of Wakefield, Massachusetts is based on selfless service, such as acts of kindness, community service, and volunteerism. The award is presented annually on Veterans Day to a veteran or military spouse for service to the Wakefield community. Nominations are presented to the Veterans Advisory Board by the October meeting. The Wakefield Veterans Advisory Board nominates a prospective award recipient that is confirmed by the members. I had written here that confirmed by the members of the town council. This award is presented to a veteran or military spouse by either a member of town council or of the Veterans Advisory Board on Veterans Day. The town council says that it is not necessary for us to get the town council involved in the presentation of that award.
Okay.
We can do that as a Veterans Advisory Board.
Okay.
So that's the gist of it. And then in terms of criteria, it's talent, time, and treasure. And how does that measure up? I kind of left the specifics on criteria open. Okay. Criteria to me is a little difficult to assess at this particular time since we haven't really discussed it. And I think it's a good thing to discuss. But do we need to count the amount of hours? I don't know if that's necessary. Do we need to count the amount of dollars? I don't know if that's necessary. Do we need to count the size of the outcome somehow?
Mhm.
I don't know if that's necessary.
But I think you have to have some level of impact to define it.
Such as,
Um, the effects that the person's had, either on multiple people or the town in general.
I think that's in there though. It's kind of what
Pretty much
Paul
is.
mentioned is, I don't know, my personal thoughts are, I like what Paul had. I think if we try to, we may be overthinking this, I guess is kind of what, I'm thinking. I think we have a good enough foundation. Let's see what nominations come in, and then that's where we have the discussion on what was their impact versus trying to do too much for criteria, and then we just spend all our time just trying to get something. I think we're better off just getting something out there and seeing what the community brings forward, and then we can fine tune it from there. But I think for an initial pass, what Paul has kind of makes sense. It's, what is, the impact they're having on the community. Just my thoughts.
This something you're gonna put out to the entire community, Paul? Or are you keeping just within the VAB?
no, I think we can do a nomination from the community.
Yeah,
We
I
could
think that
publish
would be
something.
great.
The community can nominate to the Veterans Advisory Board, a veteran. And the nominations can come from, it can come from the school department. It can come, there may be a veteran who's working in the schools. Okay. There could be some veteran that's working in town hall. There could be some veteran that's working in the fire department or the police department, DPW. There could be a veteran working in DPW that could be eligible.
Yeah, there's all kinds of veterans all around the town. Some of them do a lot of volunteering for
Yep.
stuff. So that'd be great to
There
get it.
might even be a veteran working in the senior center that's eligible.
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah.
Uh,
I
I
mean,
sent it out on email. So it is, that blurb is in your email. It should be hitting your box if you can pull it up.
yeah, I found it.
I did get it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
so we're gonna put something like in Veterans Corner, like a blurb about this that gives them the criteria and everything. I think that's a great idea. I think to get the town involved, I
Yep.
think would be wonderful.
Yeah, and I think other committees may have a veteran to point to,
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
you know. Um,
Would we be putting something out in the item?
That's what I just said.
yeah.
I'm sorry, I
Veterans
misunderstood.
Corner.
Okay.
Well, if you want to go to the top of your screen, it should say stop sharing for that share, and that'll take that whatever's up there away.
Yeah.
I'm trying to, oh. Uh,
Or you could just leave it.
Pretty
Oops.
big.
no, I got it.
There
I
we
got it. There we go. I just got to find out where the buttons are on the machine here. All right.
No,
Uh,
Still
Did that
there.
no, that didn't do it, but that's all right. Go ahead.
Did it take care of it or no?
No,
Oh, it
You,
didn't?
you can change your own though. If you go in the top where it says Zoom Workplace
Yep.
and you hit the drop down, just go to meeting instead of Paul, and it'll bring you back.
so many different ways
Hmm.
on Zoom. I'm slowly but surely learning them all.
There's only the host can close it out.
Zoom
Yeah.
work. Well, yeah, the host and closing it out might be the best way to go.
You're the only one that can do it.
Yeah, I know. Still can't do it. Reset.
I think where it says view, right?
Is it up in the view?
Up in the top along the top shelf, yeah.
Yeah.
Meeting timers, full screen. No,
Oh,
see, I think my screen is different than yours because I'm the host.
Yeah, I think that's true.
well, no, shouldn't be. Because I'm the host for my Gold Star Wives ones, and I do this all the time.
You stop the video, pin, spotlight for everyone, show, self view, make host, make co-host, rename, allow pin. Anyway, we'll
There's
continue.
nothing, there's no button at the top that says to you stop sharing.
Hang on. Share, layout, document screens, document advanced, optimize, advanced. Wow, this is not, there's everything but stop,
Uh,
layout. Not-
different than mine then.
I want to
Did you
share.
try, did you try what Joe told you to do?
Joe, tell them again.
Yeah, I don't know if that
There it
works
is.
for,
Oh,
oh no,
Oh, now here we are.
Did it.
there
Found
we
it.
go. All right,
Yeah. I had to get to 2 steps before I got to where Joe was talking about.
gotcha.
I was 2 steps behind him.
Grasshopper, you may leave the monastery.
Is there a motion to accept this? And I'd be glad to write it up. We got between now and October
Yeah.
to kind of put this together. The only thing that I would need to do is edit what I sent to you in email. Just to make it a Veterans Advisory Board
Mhm.
award. That's all. And the award that I'm thinking of is a small plaque, not a very large plaque, just a token. Okay. To pass to the individual and thank them. It's a kind of a pat on the back, basically.
Yeah.
In a public forum.
I'll motion to accept that.
second.
Okay. I will, if I abstain, will this impact the quorum? No, it won't, will it?
It will.
It will.
We still have a quorum. He could still abstain, I would think.
No, we only have Mary
4.
and myself, Dale and Joe. So there's only 4 if he were to abstain because Dave's vote doesn't count.
I'm only abstaining because I'm the one that presented it, but
Well, there's no reason for you to do that. though.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
I'll go ahead and vote for it, but all those in favor?
Aye.
All right,
Aye. Okay. Excellent. Next on the agenda. I have to tone up my technical skills. 80th anniversary for VE Day, Victory in Europe Day. That was I want to say May 8th or May 7th.
May
May 8th. So May 8th is a Thursday. We don't have
Correct.
anything on the calendar for recognizing Victory in Europe Day. There was some discussion. Should we reopen that for discussion? To do something simple that Thursday.
I think using that particular day might be a good idea, like at the Galvin Middle School for an educational purpose. Even if in the hallway we set something up along that wall where all the veterans' photos are, and maybe, just maybe by then, hopefully we'll have that that program that, what's his name is, I can't remember his name, he's developing it, where they can take their phone and scan it, and it will have the history of the veteran on it. Not that all those people were there for that, but I think right across from it might be a night to set a table up there, and those kids pass through that hallway, and maybe have something in relationship to the actual anniversary and what it entailed on Victory in Europe Day.
So let's not get ahead of the cart. Do we want to open
Okay.
this up? Do we want to open this up for discussion? Is there a motion to open it up for discussion?
Motion.
Second,
I'll second. Okay, second. Second by Miriam. Okay, so now we can have that discussion. And there's some discussion as to putting up panels or putting up posters in the Galvin Middle School. That's something that we might be able to influence. That is not, we don't control what the Galvin curriculum is. That's going to be difficult to do.
Historical value, educating the kids right at that grade level.
Yeah.
We can just give them information. We don't have to say, I think, anything in particular, but giving them information on what took place from the beginning to the end, small snippets, if you will.
So one thought that I did have, there is what I would call a plethora of World War II classic movies. Okay. Speaking at the Galvin, okay, but doing something at the Galvin with one of those films, open to the public. Okay. A free showing of The Longest Day, a free showing of Patton, a free showing of name one. Okay.
Not Stripes.
What's that?
No.
Not
Not
No.
Stripes.
not Stripes and stuff like that. No,
Yes,
no.
sir.
That's Air Force, so.
That's a fact, Jack.
Sorry, Joe. But no,
Even a document, some kind of documentary film of the end of the war.
Right.
well, that's what The Longest Day comes to mind as a well documented. That's kind of a documentary, that was put together on the Normandy invasion. Patton is a little more drama in it, type of thing. Okay. But yeah, and there's a ton of films that are available, and we could work perhaps with WCAT to kind of pull that up and present that, and we might even be able to get some sort of a special guest or maybe a World War II veteran, okay, to participate and show.
Charlie Deniso, he'll be on it.
Yeah. Just the movies are I mean, if you were to show The Longest Day, it's a long movie. Okay. Charlie would probably not make it through the entire movie. I don't know. But to have somebody there may not be a bad idea. It's something that we need to look into. See if I don't know if the Galvin Middle School auditorium is available, but it brings and spotlights something for the end of World War II and VE Day. That was a big, big, big accomplishment and a big, big time in our history and world affairs. For America to be able to kind of pull that together with the Allies is pretty impressive. Miriam.
If we think of it as an educational thing for what it was, maybe what we should be looking at, and maybe WCA TV could help us with that, is getting actual documentary films of VE Day. They have them, PBS has them. I don't know if they'll allow us to rent them. I know somebody who has them, who bought them, but I don't think he's gonna fly up from Florida with them. So,
Library, the library.
I'm
may.
thinking something more on the actual happenings, actual films as educational piece than The Longest Day or Patton or one of them, although they're all great movies.
Can I
Actual
make it,
films of VE Day, I think would be more,
There's some
Can
on
I-
the American Heroes channel too, that, they depict towards the close of the war with the Russians moving westward and the Allies moving towards the east. From when they get into Berlin and then all of a sudden, when it's over,
yeah.
can I make okay. I grew up with, I assume most of you did, with 20th Century with Walter Cronkite. And they totally did a fantastic job with that series that came on once a week. I think it was for a half hour to 45 minutes, I'm not sure what, which broke down every single major battle and things like that, okay, in various segments. And it's available, that type
Is
of
it?
stuff. Yes, it is. Yeah,
I remember watching that, Dale. Yeah.
yeah.
And but that too is what PBS has. They've got, the actual films from
Right.
this. I mean, I'm thinking if you're thinking if you're thinking along actual educational lines, I'm thinking that would be more the way to go, but I don't know. That's just.
I have the whole set of the Band of Brothers, and the last disc is the culmination of towards, from that point on, when they got into Germany, got to the Rhine and closed everything down. That's just another consideration. I mean, if you need something that is abbreviated and not, 3 hours long.
I bet the library has plenty of
Oh,
DVDs
yeah,
of that nature. We could segment it so it's no more than 45 minutes to an hour, because you don't want people walking out on it. You want them to leave there with a sense of historical value.
If you've got the album for any length of time, and that's what you do, you can do a segment and that's over, and then 15 minutes later, you run it again, so people could come at different times or something like that.
Well, the auditorium holds what, Paul, 600 people?
614.
Okay, so there you go. That'll be a huge turnout.
Yeah.
I'm just doing a quick search in the library, the BB. I mean, they have World War II films.
Yeah.
We definitely want documentary style, not something that's going to have like a Saving Private Ryan or anything,
Yeah, no.
Want to have documentary with it started or it ended the last 6 months, maybe up to VE Day itself,
Yeah, I agree,
Yeah.
Dave.
It was a good part of it, but that's a good point, Marion.
Well, the educational value is important. So it says here, wow. Basic search, they don't have films, documentary films, which I find rather odd.
DVDs, they may have DVDs.
Yeah, I'd have to do a deeper dive, a deeper search. I like the idea of the Walter Cronkite series. I'm familiar with that, Dale. I'm trying to remember the name of it. That's what I'm kind of missing.
The 20th century.
20th Century was what it
Yeah,
was.
right,
It was-
Joe, right.
they
Good
came
job.
on
Good.
6:30 on every Sunday.
Yeah, yeah.
It came on before Disney. I mean, that was before.
We're beginning to show our ages here.
Yeah, then Combat or Rat Patrol.
No, not Combat or Rat Patrol.
MASH. I mean, we could get into a lot of them, Dave.
Oh, yeah, we could.
Match was Korea, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Nash
that's
was
right.
Korea.
That was
Yep.
Korea. Sorry about that.
Yeah. But you know, kind of a good program and a good send off. But there's just a ton of stuff that we can pull from.
I can take it on to see if I can find some DVDs that are available for of 20th century. I know
Yeah,
I've seen
the 20th century series. I'm intrigued by that because Walter Cronkite is also a Massachusetts. You know, he resided and retired here in Massachusetts.
Right.
Right.
So there's ties that point to him. I think that's an excellent, you know, venue. Dale, if you'd like to go ahead and take that on, see what you
I
can do.
will. I'll see what I can find.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
Good
No
deal.
vote necessary. We'll come back to that in February. If that's enough time for you to research it, Dale.
Absolutely, no problem.
Okay. No, that'd be a good type of program. Okay. The last thing that's kind of there is let's see, food for the VSO. When is your next coffee?
This coffee is going to be on February 15th.
Very 15.
I
Yep.
guess I'd better write that down.
Yes, Dale.
February 15.
And the next food pantry is going to be February 19th.
February 15th.
Excuse me.
Yep, February 15th for a coffee social. It'll be from 10 to noon. And I'm going to try to muster up a guest speaker.
And it's 10 o'clock, did you say,
Yes,
Dave?
10 o'clock to 12 noon. Yep.
Okay, thank you.
So for our secretary, is this something that you might be able to post on the community calendar?
Yeah, I don't see why not. I think it is posted there too.
Yeah,
Yeah, they post it there.
it's up there. Yeah.
Yeah.
She keeps a running date of it. She didn't cancel this month. I had to cancel. I had a funeral to go to, and a celebration of life for a Vietnam veteran from Wakefield who passed away from an Agent Orange ailment. Russ Caruso. Known him for 45, 50 years, and it was tough. But I was with him at the Melrose Wakefield when he passed, along with his wife and granddaughter. But
So Joe, you know where I'm talking about on the Wakefield webpage?
Yep.
About Wakefield, and you drop down, and community calendar is a great place to just post this stuff that we have for events.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, yeah. Joe, just so you know, the super users are Ms. McDonald, Jennifer McDonald is one of them up at Town Hall. The other super user, if you need to get in there and edit something or pull something down or put something up, the library does it.
Okay.
They have super user power in that community calendar.
Yeah, good to know.
Okay.
and Paul, that website that you posted here, the community calendar, that's accessible for posting veterans events.
Yes,
Is that controlled by the super users only?
they review it and post it. Yes.
Mhm.
But we can't put something on there without authority.
So one of the things, so veterans events are not a category. Okay. There's a drop down there that says arts and entertainment, BB library, sponsored, benefits, civic, educational, food, seasonal celebrations, sports and fitness. Okay, those are those are the categories for those events. Veterans should be listed as a category. And that might be something that we can change, okay, to add veterans as a category.
Yeah.
But the way to change it is to post a bunch of veterans events in there. And if, you know, once you have a lot of veterans events in there, the veterans coffees, the veteran food pantry, the veterans events on Veterans Day, Memorial Day, you know, those sorts of things. Once all those types of events are posted in the community calendar, then we're going to qualify to get a category. Okay. So we have to use the community calendar in order to qualify for a category. All right, Joe, we'll start off with you, Secretary's report.
Nothing new to add. I will get the approved minutes over to Sherry. But nope, nothing else other than that.
Okay. Miriam, do you have anything to add?
Uh, I don't think so. Not really. I won't be here again on Memorial Day. I will just let you know that again
Okay.
up front so that you know ahead of time. No, nothing I could think of. I was gonna, bring what I talked to you and Dave up. I was gonna bring that up. Vietnam Veterans Day, but we already talked, so.
Okay. Joe Jacoby, do you have anything to add?
Not right now. No.
Dale Finley?
Well, I was stopped in at the West Side Social Club last week, and I don't know if do you know Ben Schools? Who
Yes.
used to be the president.
He
He
still is.
Huh? He what?
He still is.
Oh, he's still in. I thought he told me he was stepping down or had been.
He is, but not until January 27th.
Oh, okay. Anyway, bottom line, he said to me that he would love to see a way to marry the West Side Social Club's Memorial Day ceremony and the town's. And I said, they're so distinctly different. I see it as very, very difficult to do. And I can see you're waving your hand, Marion, and I don't know if there is a way to do it. One is only for veterans of West Side Social Club, and the towns is for all veterans that have been killed
Mary.
from Wakefield.
First of all, our ceremony is for all of Wakefield. It's not just for West Side Social Club members, it's for the entire town of Wakefield, always has been. That if there is so much,
But it's only
so many
emphasized.
parts of that ceremony that, that are so important to the West Side Social Club, not the least of which is the decorating of all those trees that has to be done. And I can tell you right now, if you tried to combine the two, you would have a fight on your hands until all the old school members are dead.
And I don't doubt you at all, Marion. I really don't.
It's been, so this has been going on for a lot of years, and it's so separate from what the town does. But I did want to make that point. The West Side Social Club Memorial Day services are for the entire town, not
But
just for
it only
West Side
emphasizes the members of the West Side Social Club that have been killed in action. Okay. Or
Not necessarily. No,
well,
those trees around are not just members of the West Side Social Club.
they're
They,
not, it's
they,
not
they
like 100.
acknowledge a lot more than just members of the West Side Social Club. In fact, truth be known, most of those trees that are dedicated were not members of the West Side Social Club.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. But the town's memorial, as Paul knows, handles 161 veterans who made the ultimate sacrifice. Okay. There's not 161 veterans from the West Side Social Club. Okay. They're not even mentioned. The vast majority are not mentioned. There are some veterans mentioned, but I think it's almost impossible to marry the two with the trees being the issue.
Yeah, but the trees, and you know, we have a lot of veterans at the West Side Social Club.
Absolutely do.
And we have a lot of them. They're not all brought up at the ceremonies, because the ceremonies are focused on the dedication of those trees, which to what you start off with those, some of them that were killed in the islands before the US fight really got into the war. You go to Vietnam vets, you go to all World War I vets. Then you go down the line, you have those that won, well, like Joseph Bellevere that was killed in Iraq. You have going around, they are all from all different wars. Those trees were dedicated to people from all different wars. It covers all veterans. Some of those veterans' brothers, and in some cases their sisters, have been members of the West Side Social Club, but they were never a lot of them were never members of the West Side Social Club. But I mean, our main focus is honoring the veterans. That's why we try to have, as a speaker, we try very hard to have a veteran speak. We're not always able to get that, but we try very hard to get a veteran to speak, because that's what that ceremony is all about, is the veterans. But we also have people from the town come and speak and what have you. But I just think the ceremony and the what's the best way to put this? The best way to put this is just the feeling for the Memorial Day ceremonies by the members of the West Side Social Club, their feelings of what it does according to our veterans and to those that we honor, both that we planted trees for and otherwise, is not something that they will want to,
Okay.
and I'm surprised that Ben Schools even well, no, let me take that back. I'm not surprised that Ben School would take that on to mention that. He doesn't know any better, and he should, because he's run it for 3 years.
Yes.
That's all I'm going to say.
Let me get in the middle of.
I ran it for 4 years, I'll tell you.
I'm gonna get in the middle. I'm gonna see if I can help you guys out between Miriam and Dale and the rest of the crowd here. I'm not sure you can marry a ceremony that's put on by a nonprofit with a ceremony that's put on by a public civics organization. Okay. The West Side Social Club is a nonprofit organization.
It is.
Okay. The town of Wakefield has a civic responsibility to the veterans and to the families and the residents of Wakefield. Okay. Bringing the two together into one ceremony is going to be very difficult to do. I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm just saying that it requires a little deeper thought than just a conversation over a beer, type of thing. The civic responsibility that we have. I'm not a member of the West Side Social Club, okay, but I am a veteran and I am a resident in the town of Wakefield, okay.
Right.
But I'm not a native of Massachusetts, okay. I happen to be a native of California, okay.
I'm a native of Michigan.
Okay, so there's different branches and sequels that take me, to this. The residential celebration for all of us in Wakefield is the Memorial Day ceremony that we do now outside at the Common. The West Side Social Club is a ceremony that is designed by the nonprofit organization called the West Side Social Club. And they helped to get those trees planted in honor of the veterans and the West Side Social Club members, to spotlight the different wars and the casualties that were affiliated with those wars. It does not represent the revolutionary casualties. It doesn't represent those that were killed in the Civil War. It doesn't represent those that were killed in the Spanish-American War, to the best of my knowledge.
From
Well, you're
World War
absolutely
One on.
From World War I on,
Right.
the trees started to become planted. Okay, so and it has just in the name West Side Social Club. Okay, those were dark days for that organization. Okay, and I'm speaking not as a member of that organization. And they got together as a social organization, a nonprofit organization, to come up with something for them to memorialize the veterans that were killed in those wars. Okay, the civic responsibility kind of goes a little bit beyond what the West Side Social Club does,
Correct.
as it should. Okay,
Yeah,
and
I
bring it
wanted to bring it up because Ben was so passionate when he talked about it. He said he'd like to do it. I told him I didn't think it was possible because of the totally different venues of the two. And so we can go take it back to him that there's been a discussion with the Veterans Advisory Board, and it's not seen as doesn't appear to be a path
well.
to do that.
Yeah, I kind of agree with your assessment there. I don't think there is a path to connect the two. Okay.
I can't believe he even asked you to do that.
Yeah.
Cannot believe it. I'll bet he never brought it to the board.
He didn't get on here either.
Well, again, Dale, you and I have been down this path before.
Yep.
Instead of speaking for somebody else on
Invite
behalf of the topic,
Yeah,
invite them
yeah.
to come to the board and address us and speak
Yeah.
with us. Okay.
Sure.
I would love to have that conversation with Ben Schools during a Veterans Advisory Board meeting. Invite him.
He might. I'll be more than happy to invite him.
I'm trying to help you out to with your skills, because you're kind of defending him and speaking on his behalf. It would be more valuable to everybody if Ben came and spoke.
Absolutely.
I have no problem with that.
And he's welcome. I like him. He's welcome to speak anytime. Okay.
Yeah.
And
Ben's a good guy.
He may have some good ideas, but I just don't know that. Okay. But I welcome him anytime.
Okay, I'll pass that on.
Yeah, please do. But no, that's not a bad point. Joe Jacoby, do you have anything to add? Did I ask you?
Not at this time, no, Paul.
Okay. Okay. The vice chair is in places that are far away on separate continents and will not be. I hope he's back in February. Don't know when he's coming back. But anyway, the only thing that I just wanted to highlight is I want to thank Miriam and I want to thank David. We need some speakers. Miriam and David have volunteered to speak for the Four Chaplain ceremony on the 2nd of February. And Miriam, thank you for getting the flowers for that ceremony too.
No problem.
I need 2 more speakers. Basically, what the speakers do is they read one of the 4 chaplains, okay, and the incident and their background. If you would like to do it, that's fine. You can send me an email. If you know of somebody that would like to speak, that would be fine also. It's very short. They're probably about 50 words, maybe 100 words, between 50 and 100 words apiece. They're not that long. And I'd be glad to email them to you if you'd like to do that. And then the last item that I had is just to kind of plant a seed here, we have 3 members of the board whose terms end this year. And one of them has already signed on for another term. The other 2 are still in decision, and I haven't heard from them. I just want to be clear about myself. In April, I would really like to step down as the chair. However, I have another year on the board, so I'm not going away. And my reason for this is to kind of form a stronger succession plan, okay? Rather than have the chairman step down and out, okay, and not be on the board anymore, we have an opportunity for the chairman to step down and somebody to step up as the chairman, and I'm gladly available to assist with that, the new chair, okay? Should we have a new chair? Something to think about if you would like to chair the board in 2025 and 2026. I have more than enough documented information to ease the seat, okay, and ease the job, okay, to make it simple. So it's, I kind of, because it's a public forum, I take it to heart to make sure that things are documented and we write things down, okay?
Yeah.
The ceremonies that we put forth to the public are all well documented and scripted, and they're also recorded with WCAT, you know, as examples and available on YouTube. And those documents are easily shared, okay? So I would say it's not a difficult job to do. I just would like an opportunity to maybe catch my breath, you know, and take a break from leading the team to kind of sort of supporting the team, okay? And in 2025, I'll just summarize with this. One of my resolutions is to continue to do, instead of doing things for veterans, I want to continue to do things with veterans.
Yes, that's right.
Okay, and that's kind of my New Year's resolution. And
Well,
that's,
Paul, can I cut in here on that? Because it's something that I'm doing the same thing, sort of. I have a podcast I'm doing now at WCAT once a month. It's called Kilroy Was Here, and it's HEAR as opposed to HERE, and it's a radio podcast that I've done 3 sessions with already, and they've been edited, and we're going to start putting them out to the public another week or so. And we invite veterans to come in, talk about their experiences in the service. If some want to talk about it, and that is, and also to promote and to help non-veterans, a lot of the younger folks understand what military service is about. So I will be tapping your brain, Paul, at some point, since you had so many years in the military, to set up my podcast and let me ask a few questions to you and let the public know about what it's like to serve in the military.
so not to steal anybody's thunder from the senior center, but the senior to senior program, I can see Dave Mangan turning that into a soldier to senior program really soon.
I'm getting a pool table, getting a pool table.
A lot of conversation.
Oh, Dave.
Nice.
Soldiers to seniors, I get it. Thank you for putting out the podcast. I think that's a great initiative for the town. I just, I don't have time.
Don't.
Well, you make time, young man. You make time.
Yeah,
All right.
thank you very much. Yeah. I mean,
I'll be offering it at the coffee social. I think Sam Stella went to one of the first ones that Jim Carter had put together.
yeah,
He felt he didn't finish it though, so we'll see. I had Jerry Sweeney on last week, Korean War veteran, Purple Heart recipient. We talked about his time in the service, and in the interim of it all, what I usually will talk about is the services that are available to the community. I briefly summarize that and let people know the contact information, much like what we do here when I do the VSO report. But it's going to be a great way of reaching out to the community from another level, if you will. And I'm hoping to see some results on it. Maybe if I start doing my Rodney Dangerfield number on there, that'll be really.
Which is coming up this Saturday.
Yeah, that's this Saturday at the West Side. Yeah,
Dave,
should be fun.
Dave,
Yes, sir.
could you send me that with that podcast with Jerry? And if you don't mind, I'd like to put it on the ancient site.
Yeah, I'm going to get that taken care of from WC. Barbara Worley and I are working on getting that contact available once it's finished, completed being edited. Joe, I'll let you know.
Because last meeting, we just celebrated. I don't know if you guys met Woody Woodhouse.
Yes, I know Woody quite
yeah.
well.
Yeah, he just turned 98 years old, and we had a big birthday cake for him at the Armory, and Woody was himself. He was,
Yeah, yeah.
you know, but you know, Jerry's one of our senior members there too, past captain.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
you know, so I'd like to, you know, if we could get that, put that on our website there.
That's a good point. I'll try it, Joe. You see what happens. Give me a couple of weeks.
Okay.
I know that Woody Woodhouse, he was at the Marine birthday party. It was at the convention center in May. And,
Right.
great guy. And I knew him from the ancient when I was over there. He was at Tuskegee Airmen, of course, you know that.
Right.
Last survivors of the Tuskegee Airmen. And worked on P-40 aircraft. So he has quite a story to tell.
P-40, wow.
Trying to get him on the podcast. As a matter of fact, Jimmy Carter was trying to line that up with him. We're trying to find a way to pick him up and bring him back. So we'll see what happens there.
Yeah, Woody would be a great person for that podcast.
Exactly.
Unbelievable. All right. Anything else for the group here? Counselor Ed Dombrowski didn't.
Present.
Next meeting I have is Tuesday, the 25th of February, and it's the fourth Tuesday of the month. Okay, so you got a little bit of a long break. Okay. The reason we do that is so that those that are parents and have kids in school and everything else can fly away and do whatever you want to do for that winter break. Okay, with the kids. Don't have to worry about the VAB meeting. We'll do it when you get back into your routine. Same Zoom time, 6:30. And any matters that were not anticipated?
Nope.
Okay, is there a movement to adjourn the meeting?
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Meeting's adjourned. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for your participation, your time, and your input. I appreciate your service to the community. Have a great night.
Okay.
Thanks, everyone.